and getting right in the Southern Miss, led by quarterback Ethan Hampton, who has 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions to start the year. Not going great for him, but they do have a strong running game led by redshirt freshman Wilder, who's had a good start to the year through 3 games with a little over 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. But their key player on offense is definitely junior wide receiver Caden Saunders, as we're going to have to make sure Tulane covers him, especially down the field, as we have not been great with deep threats on our defense so far. No crazy standouts, and we'll take a look at our stats so far through 3 games, as not much of a pass rush, and our 2 key defensive players so far have been Dixon Agu, our middle linebacker, Kevin Adams having a strong start to the year, and Jack Chichu as well, both secondary players. Not a good sign when your secondary is leading your team in tackles, but we do what we can as we take a look at kind of the averages for both teams, as the Golden Eagles have had some high-scoring games and let up a lot of points through their first 3 games, coming in here today at Yulman Stadium at 2-1, as it is the battle for the bell. And Tulane, we really need to get something going on offense, get some consistency, and kind of make sure this season stays on the right track as we come into this game 1-2 after that heartbreaker, the Duke, the bounce back to South Alabama, and the embarrassment at Kansas State, as we want to keep the bell in New Orleans. And before the game, senior day, legend Lorenzo Doss, safety, cornerback, 2012 to 2014, getting inducted into the Tulane Athletic Hall of Fame. So big congratulations to him, one of the pioneers for kind of this Tulane turnaround in the last 20 years. So we get things kicked off here as it's Jalen Lucas taking this, who is a dynamic playmaker, as we found out here in the first couple games, and it'll be interesting to see if we can somehow get him the ball on offense, as McClure has not been able to really get too much going so far, especially being our top-rated player has kind of been a disappointment. And this is also a key game for Chris, as if he doesn't deliver today, is it time to kind of look at Somoza and give him another shot? All things we have to consider here, as we have not had a great start to the year, but it's a 3rd and 5 on our opening drive, as Chris fires up just a terrible ball, and it'll be a punt, a 3 and out nonetheless on our first possession. And like we mentioned earlier, the Eagles are led by Caden Saunders, the dynamic wide receiver. We'll see if our defense can slow him down, as we'll take a look at this first drive here for the Golden Eagles. And they got a good drive going as they're approaching the 30-yard line of Tulane. It's going to be a flip out wide, and a great tackle there by Gardner to save some extra yards. A 2nd and 9 now for the Golden Eagles, and we'll see if this Tulane defense can keep saving our offense early in games. This is a flip out, and that's going to be, looks like a first down, and it is, as Dixon Agu there pushing him out of bounds, as he looked like he might have had a wide open field there to score early in this one, as Garner almost jumps off sides there. And it's a fake, and he gets directly to the quarterback, as he has a strong opening drive here on defense, which will force a 2nd and long. 2nd and 17 here for the Golden Eagles, and we'll see if Tulane can stand up strong and force a field goal, as it is another pass rush. We just talked about how we're not getting enough pass rush, and there we go, back-to-back sacks on the first drive, as that one's Jordan McAllister, who's had a sneaky good start to the year as well for this Tulane defense. 3rd and 27 now, and it's just a dump off down low, and it will be taken care of there by Gene, which will force a decently long field goal here, as it looked like Golden Eagles were driving, having a good drive going here, and Tulane stops it as the kick is up, and he pushed it right as the field goal luck continues to be on Tulane's side, as 0-0 Fast forward to this next drive, and McClure finally gets a good run going, and it'll set up a 1st and goal. We'll see if we can get into the end zone here, as Chris will hand it right back off to McClure and nowhere to go, as part of it has been McClure not able to get to that second level, but you can't put all the blame on him, as the offensive line has been terrible so far. As Chris will pull it and break a couple tackles and get down to the 1-yard line, as it looks like he was about to jump in the end zone, which would have been huge to get a touchdown here early in the battle for the bell. They'll force a 3rd and goal from the 1, and it looks like the Green Wave are going to sneak it in here, as he takes a snap, goes right up the middle, and gets absolutely stuffed. As another key part that the Green Wave has been really bad at this year is the 3rd and 4th and shorts, not able to pick up the yards when they are needed, as it's going to force a field goal possibly, but it looks like we're going to gamble yet again, and we'll see what they draw up here, as it's 3 to the right side, and the tight end's also on that side, as Hill goes in motion and will come right back out. The snap, the roll by Chris, and he does have a guy who flips it, and it's Anthony Brown-Stevens, the senior, making an early impact here on the battle for the bell, as Tulane's going to take the first points of the game and go up 7-0. And it looked like Zion was about to just keep rolling out and running that in like he did against South Alabama. Next possession's a 3rd and 3 here for the Golden Eagles. As Hampton takes the snap, drops back, is running out of time, and a huge sack there, and it looks like that was Chris Rogers, another senior, making an impact on this game early, as the Golden Eagles are going to punt this one back to the Green Wave, and it's always threatening when Destin Hill has the ball in his hands, and he takes it, cuts back to the left, and cuts all the way back to the right, and he has no one left to stop him, as Destin Hill has been on fire. The only good thing, playmaking offense, he's doing it all early for this Tulane squad, as it is definitely a portal addition that has been paying dividends, as he has been a great weapon on the offense and as well on special teams. As we see, he just takes this, reads the defender, sees his crease here, cuts it back, and then immediately sees that one on the right side open and is off, and you cannot catch him in the open field, as it will be 14-0 here early for the Green Wave. Next possession here for Southern Miss, and we'll see if their offense can get anything going here in the first half, as it's a 3rd and 4. And yet another sack, as it's McAllister again. 2 already for him in the first quarter, and he is having a great start to this game. And he'll force another Golden Eagles punt, and we'll see if they punt it right back at Hill, who just returned the last one for a touchdown. And they will, as he takes this punt, cuts it back to the left, has one man to beat, and now they're kind of getting him towards the sideline, but another great return, as for a second looked like he was going to return that one back for a touchdown. As the following play here, Zion with a pump fake and throws it over the middle in coverage, but Destin Hill will come down with it, and they're hurrying to the line, as it looks like they're running the same play, as Zion uncorks one down the field, and it is caught. Running back Jalen Lucas getting in the game, and with a tremendous catch there by the goal line, sticks the ball out across the goal line and will score a touchdown, as Tulane has came out hot to start this game, going up 21 in the first quarter. Is what a beautiful throw there by Chris, as that is possibly the best ball we've seen him throw through his 2 games so far. And I like the idea of getting Jalen Lucas kind of going on any aspect. You can get him the ball, as we can tell when the ball's in his hands, good things seem to happen. And at the end of the first quarter, it is 21-0 Tulane, as the sacks are piling up for the Golden Eagles with minus 27 rushing yards. Most of those coming from the sacks, as in college that counts towards team rushing. And we'll see what they can do here at the start of the second quarter. 3rd and 12. Hampton takes a snap, and he gets hit almost immediately. And I thought that was going to be a pick. Then it was almost caught, and it will be a turnover a punt. Zeon on the scramble here, running out of room, but then he finds some space on the sideline and actually ends up picking up about 14, as he has had himself a first half so far, as the mentions of possibly going to samosa are slowly starting to fade away, as he'll take a shot over the middle, and just as we say that, a risky pass which could have been easily intercepted and stopped some of that Tulane momentum that's going. A 3rd and 3 now is a good ball to the sideline. It's just out of the reach, as that would have been enough for the first down. As Southern Miss here on their next drive. Hampton takes a snap on 3rd and 21. He'll step up in the pocket and throw one deep down the field, and it is caught, as it looks like Stevenson got misplaced, and the receiver just came right back to the ball and caught it close to the 50-yard line now after it was backed up in their own territory. And we'll see if they can kind of flip the script here and get some points on the board, as they were running hurry up there trying to catch this Tulane defense off. And it's going to be a run, and it's immediately stuffed. That's Chichu. And McAllister now going down. Hopefully that's not serious, as he's had a great first half so far. And that will force that 2nd and 10 after that. Hampton with a pump fake out left, and another deep throw down the field. And another catch, as Adams will be the savior there, as that would have gone for a touchdown if he was not there to make the tackle. It'll force a 3rd and 1, but Dixon Agu denies Hampton, as it looks like they're running a QB draw there. Southern Miss is forced to settle for 3, and a 3rd and 5 here on the following possession for Tulane, as it's a flip out the hill, and he will get enough to pick up the first down. That'll lead us to a 1st and 10 here for the Green Wave, as a little over 2 minutes left in this first half. And it's a fake to McClure. Zeon uncorks one deep, and Hill comes down with it in double coverage. I mean, when you're on, and might as well keep giving him the ball. But the momentum is stopped, as it leads to a 3rd and 15. Zeon rolling out to the left will just drop it down to McClure, who makes a good spin move, makes two-man miss, and we'll get close to that first down. We'll see what Tulane wants to do here, as Southern Miss calls a timeout. And I think you just add on to the total. Take your 3 when you got it, and we'll go into halftime up 21. As it's the kick, and it is perfectly through the uprights, as that will make it a 21-point lead, as Southern Miss now finds himself in 3rd and 9. And it's a throw over the middle, but it is knocked away as soon as he caught it. And it's a possibility that we could get some more points here before half, as Tulane has not been in a position so far to kind of put an opponent away. So we'll see what they want to do. Is Hill with another great return. Cuts it back to the middle and gets stopped around the 50-yard line, as he is racking up the return yards so far in this first half. So with a little bit over 1 minute left, we'll see if the Green Wave can add on to their total here before halftime. As Zeon chucks one deep down the field, and it is picked off. I don't know where he was going, but wait, there's a fumble. And guess who? Destin Hill picks it up, as the ball's just been finding him. And what a savior for the Green Wave here. And on 3rd and 10, it's a flip out the hill, who looks like, and he hurdles the guy and picks up the first down, as it looks like he was going to be stuffed just short. But a nice hurdle there, and he is playing unreal in this first half, as it's a flip out to Lewis, and he will hurdle a guy, as Tulane is finding their groove here with their playmakers making great plays here early, as 19 seconds left in this first half, and we got a 1st and goal, as Chris takes the snap, drops back, will throw over the middle, and it's Hill walking into the end zone, and has hit the Heisman post. Why not? You've had a heck of a first half, as Tulane will have 31 points as it's 31-3 going into halftime here at Yulman Stadium. What a first half explosion for this Green Wave team.
Texas Tech taking on the Sam Houston Bearcats. And it's the Red Raiders looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now over to your game inside Yulman Stadium. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
As we jump right back in the second half here, and Southern Miss forced to get the offense clicking early, as it will be a fumble instead on the opening possession, and Tulane will recover it as nothing has gone right for this Golden Eagles squad so far. As it's a 3rd and 3 here, first possession for Tulane, as Chris will find his tight end over the middle, and he will walk into the end zone, as it has been nothing but perfection so far for this Green Wave squad in the battle for the bell. As here is a 1st and goal now after the Southern Miss possession resulted in nothing. And McClure up the middle, and it looked like he was going to break enough tackles to get in the end zone, and he's a little shaken up after that. Don't think it's going to be anything serious, you hope, but we'll see. 3rd and goal now as Chris will take the snap, fire it outside. And it looked like if Brown Stevens could keep his feet in bounds, he would walk easily in there for a touchdown. And with it being 38-3, why not just go for it and see if you can keep adding on? It looks like they're changing the play at the line. It's going to be a flip out. And again, Destin Hill with a touchdown, as he has had a career day so far, and it was more of the same, not much else brewing in this game, as Tulane will win the bell 45-10, as Southern Miss added a score there at the end, but all for naught, as Chris had a great day with 227 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. Destin Hill with a crazy good game, 3 total touchdowns, 2 receiving, 1 on that punt return, as he was all over the place. And Tulane will win the bell in blowout fashion here, as it's pretty cemented. I think you keep riding with Chris. That does bring up some questions, though. If you're riding with the senior, what's the plans of the future? Do you go, recruit that QB1 out of high school? Does Somoza stay, or are you forced to kind of dig into the transfer portal at the end of the year? Obviously, questions not on the front of Coach Zoms' mind, but definitely have to be thinking about it, as, if Chris is the guy, you have a junior that's just waiting there and has waited 2 years now. So I wouldn't blame him if he left. And next week, we head into West Point to take on Army in a conference matchup as we improve to 1-0 in conference play. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.